Hi folks, today's Mother's Day, May 9th, 2010, and we've come down here along Clear Creek to do a test of a smaller model of the Sidewinder. We're doing a comparative today, conventional sluice box versus Sidewinder, to kind of show the difference. Here's a standard sluice box, what's commonly known, but most people are using. It has the Hungarian Riffles. It has some expanded wire mesh. There's a section of perforated metal with some miner's moss under it, and it's got the black ribbed mat at the tapered flare head. This is what most people are using, and most people are familiar with. And this is what we've got, the Sidewinder. This model here is 5 feet long. It has 6 containment areas in the curves. We've picked a spot here along the creek where we've tried to get enough water velocity to at least show the concept. Let's walk over here and take a look at the way this water spirals into these curves. If you notice the swirling action around each one of these bends, it actually creates a reverse swirl. In nature they're called eddies down rivers and so forth. What we've done here is we've just put a small tapered flare head. It actually has a bevel that ramps up at the entrance of the sluice box. Helps to actually suck this thing down with the water's current. Makes it much nicer to keep it in position. And this particular one, all we've got is black ribbed matting along the floor, because it really doesn't need much. I mean, this thing actually starts containment. We've played with a couple of these with smooth floor, and they'll actually start to collect gold. What we're doing along here today is just kind of basically a comparative simulation to show how the reaction to this thing collecting fine particle versus conventional sluice. Okay, we got Sharon over here. She's the inventor. Got hers down here today. She's going to put a little sand into this model here. I'm going to show you how it operates. Here's Sharon getting ready to step down there. And
good morning. I hope you enjoyed this, and let's have some fun.
This is just plain old sand along the edge. You can see what's going on there. The swirling motion immediately begins to capture some of the flow into these curves. Hoping this video comes out a little clearer than some of them. This camera, we're still trying to get dialed in. Basically, if you watch how the areas where you come into these curves, you get the slowdown of water in a reverse flow, and you can see how it begins to lay down right away. There's really no need for any kind of riffles or anything like that, because it'll build up the concentrates, the heavy material, like magnetite, hematite, garnets, things like that. Will maybe travel a little further down than the heavier gold and lead and mercury and other real heavy minerals from the creek. You kind of watch this flow pattern, you can see what's going on. It's very effective, extremely efficient in grabbing the material along the sides. Like we talked about in earlier videos, there's no need to stop these things to do some of your cleanup and testing. You can extract material from these upper inner curves and these bends and go and pan it down, sample it, test it, but you can just keep this thing moving. You can pull it out of there with a suction nozzle, a small scoop, and dig it over to the side and lift it up carefully off the edge. But you can run this thing as long as you want it until the material actually humps up onto the sides where it's almost pure black, indicating that you've got a pretty good load of heavy material there. Right now we're just going to do a quick demo just to kind of show you how it operates. A lot of the testing that we're going to be doing in the future with much higher velocity. You know, the truth is, folks, the faster this thing moves, the better it works. It's another difference between conventional sluice boxes where you got to slow down the flow to get the fine particles. This one actually increases efficiency with faster volume and feed. It creates a better suction in these curves and pulls it down tight, and you're not going to lose anything. So you can kind of see what's going on there. I'm going to try to get it tighter here, see if we can get a shot of this. I hope this comes out on this video. So you can kind of see what's going on in these curves. It's really incredible. And watch the motion.